बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम रब्बि ज़िदनी इल्मा.
Now, next thing, let's say if you want to schedule the rack, probably we'll see how to schedule the rack. So let's say if I'm trying to schedule this CCI Security version 5 rack, so you have an option of schedule. If you click on that option, then probably you need to just simply select the time ranges when you want. You can select the time range from here, and accordingly you can select the specific dates to a specific date and then the number of hours, and you can also change the time from here accordingly. So again, you have to change the settings to your time standard, because when you're selecting this time range, these time standards I have set based on IST. So in case if you're in a different time zone, then you need to go to the account settings, and from there you should be able to change the time zone. So when you change your time zone, accordingly it will show you as per your time zones. And once you click on this, then you can click on search. It will provide you the availability of that. If you see the availability, it will count the number of hours. Accordingly, it will display the number of tokens you require, and then you can just click on book this one. So once the time comes, then probably it will show you the login details as well. So right now I'm not doing it. So anyway, you can also cancel the similar way once you book. So it just asks you to schedule the rack. Right now I'm not doing it. So any of your upcoming schedules, active sessions. Now you can see I have an active session which is going to start in 2 minutes, probably from here, which is around 2 hours. And I can log in, I can get into that scheduled rack if it is active. I can go to the control panel from where I can manage the devices, where you will see, let's say if I open up the control panel in a different tab. Now here I should be able to see some other details. Anyway, and if there are any upcoming sessions or if there are any waiting sessions, so probably you can see from here. So here, if I go to active and if I go to control panel, from the control panel, I should be able to see the options. But again, I need to make sure that my session is active, because right now it's not at 8:30 right now. But again, in 2 minutes, probably this option will be available. So this is how you can get into. Now here you can see the control panel option is open here. Now this will be your login details, what you have to use. And if you want to access, you need to access. I'll show you this probably. Because once the time starts, I'll show you this. rags.ini.com, and then you can define the port number for Telnet and the login details you will get. So still I have some time for the sessions to start. Once the session time starts, I should be able to log in with this option. Now, similar way, if you want to access the devices, now you have the option to access the devices. Now, there are different ways you access the different devices. So if you go to the rack rental guide, now this is my rack rental guide. Now here I can find the wiring information. Now wiring information means how the devices are connected, which ports goes which side. That's what you can say, the physical topology. You can download this image for the future reference. And apart from that, you can also see how you are going to access the devices. So especially if you want to access the devices which are supposed to be a command line, then we need to simply telnet using secure CRT or any PuTTY software. So it will try to connect, and then you need to enter the username and the password, whatever you have used. And then you need to select the option. So if you want to telnet the router 1, we have to select the router 1 option. Likewise, if you want to access the WLC command line, then we need to open another telnet session on this, and then you can go ahead and use that number, the exact number. Now this is actually an access server which is connecting and providing the access to the other devices. So this is how you access the devices in terms of command line, especially the routers and the switches, which we are going to use. And similar way, you can find the other documentations. So while we are connecting to virtual machines, again, we'll see this. So if you're practicing the labs based on the INE, then probably you can load the configs from there. Now, these are some of the options, what you have. So once the rack time starts, I think it's almost there. We will try to access the devices, and we'll also set up the basic configurations according to our topology here. Now here you can see now my session is going to start. So it's already 8:30, so which I have scheduled. Now, in order to access, you will find the details in your control panel. Like normally you need to go to the control panel from here. So if you want to access, then simply you need to say racks.ine.com. So use secure CRT or PuTTY software, whatever the console application you want to use. And here I can use racks.ine.com. So in my case, I'm going to use racks.ine.com on port number 23, right? Port number 23. And then the username, I'm going to connect. So while I'm trying to connect, it is going to prompt me for the username and the password. So racks.ine.com, let me type in the usernames, scrack7. So it has to be telnet. That's what the port number. So let's quickly connect. Now here you can enter the username and the password, which has been provided to you. And then the password VOUDOM. Done. Now, once you enter the correct password, then it is going to ask you which device you want to access, telnet. Now, in my lab, I need to access the router 1 and the router 2. So I'm going to enter the selection as a router 1. Now, this becomes router 1. So I'm going to connect again in a new tab. So let me quickly connect, and I can say open in a new tab. So again, you have to enter the same scrack7 and then enter the password. Now this time I want to go to router 2. So now I'm on the router 2. So these things you can rename so that whenever you are moving between the devices, you should know exactly which one you are using. So similar way, you need to open up the console for switch 1 and switch 2. I think I need to get access to switch 1 and switch 2 as well to do the basic setup. So now I want to access the switch 1 and switch 2 will be, because to do the basic layer 2 configurations for connectivity part. And similar way, we'll connect to switch 2 as well, scrack7, and then the password. So I'm going to rename the tabs so that it becomes easy while we are moving between them. So this is my switch 2.